Okay, students, to continuation of the last topic, the brain, the forebrain, that is nothing but the forebrain divided into three parts. That is, the first one is the olfactory bulb. Olfactory bulb. These are presence of the olfactory epithelium of the nasal cavity. Olfactory epithelium of the nasal cavity to useful for sensation of the smell. These are present in the forebrain. Okay. Then the another one is the cerebrum. Okay. Cerebrum is the first largest part of the brain. Okay. First largest part of the brain. Here the cerebrum divided into the left and right cerebral hemispheres. Okay. Cerebrum is divided into left and right cerebral hemispheres. These are control the left cerebral hemispheres control the right one. The right cerebral hemispheres control the left one of the different parts. Here these two are connected by the cerebral hemispheres. White, flat, bundle, myelinated fiber sheath called, that is the fiber sheath called corpus callosum. Here the diagrammatically these are the corpus callosum. The corpus callosum is the cerebral cortex. Here cerebral hemispheres connected by these are white flat bundle, myelinated fiber beneath the cortex. Here beneath means beneath the cortex is called the corpus callosum. Here the corpus callosum is the majorly the highly aware organisms having the corpus callosum. The brain is highly developed. Okay, then here the cerebral hemispheres divide into cortex and medulla. Here the cortex having different type of regions are there. Here we are observing the folds and grooves. Here the folds and grooves. Okay, here folds and grooves. Here the fold is called gyre. The single one is called, each single one is called gyrus. Then the grooves are called sulci. Okay, the singular one is called sulcus. Okay, here the folds and grooves are present. Here the each one is called gyrus. Then another one is the sulcus. Then here the cerebral cortex. These are the different type of functional areas are there. Okay, the cerebrum having the different type of functional areas are there. The sensor area, motor area, associated area. Okay, sensor area to sensation of the sensor impulses from the cerebrum. Okay, sensor impulses received and signals sent by the sensor area of the cerebrum. Then the motor area, these are useful for the muscular movements. Then the voluntary, okay, muscular movements and the voluntary movements are done by the motor area of the cerebrum. Then the mixed one, these are to perform the sensor area and then the motor area. These are called the associated area, also called associated area, right? Then here another one is the cerebral hemispheres divided into the four lobes. That is four lobes: frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital. Frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital. These lobes are useful for different type of functions. Okay, auditory, visual, intelligence, forgetting, memory. These type of functions are done by these type of lobes. Then here another one is the diencephalon. Diencephalon divided into the three parts. Diencephalon divided into three parts: epithalamus, thalamus, hypothalamus. Okay, epithalamus is the roof of the diencephalon. Here the epithalamus, upon the having the epithalamus is the roof of the diencephalon. Here, these are the non-nervous part. Here, the no nerves are present in the epithalamus. These are non-nervous part fused with the pia mater. Here, already we have known about the pia mater is the innermost layer of the brain, the cranial meninx. These are fused with this region having fused with the epithalamus. Here, no nervous part. Then here, having the anterior to forms anterior choroid plexus. Here the plexus is nothing but bunch of the neurons. Okay, bunch of the neurons. Here the bunches are there, but here the no nerves, but here the to forms the choroid plexus. Here finally these are forms the pineal stalk of the pineal body. Okay, pineal body are there, the pineal stalk arrangement in the epithalamus. Then the thalamus, it is the middle part of the diencephalon. Okay, these are attachment in the epithalamus. These are too useful for coordinate and send the signals by the thalamus. And the hypothalamus, these are the important part of the brain. Hypothalamus to regulate these are the thermostatic organ. We are called as thermostatic organ. These are released on different type of hypothalamic releasing hormones. Hypothalamic releasing hormones, hypothalamic inhibiting hormones also. Okay, two types of hormones are released by the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus releasing, hypothalamus inhibiting. These are used for different type of functions like this. These are autonomous nervous system. Autonomous nervous system. Here to useful for the osmoregulation, thermoregulation. Then the thirsty, hunger. Then satiety centers. Here the satiety centers is nothing but satisfactory centers are present in the hypothalamus. Okay, these three are present in the forebrain. Okay, forebrain having these three. Then the midbrain having the four optic lobes. The midbrain, these are connected with this one. Then these are divided into four optic lobes. Two are superior, two are inferior. Two superior lobes is called superior caliculi and inner one is the inferior caliculi. These are useful for vision and auditory function. Okay, vision and auditory function. Then another one is the hindbrain. Hindbrain having the three parts, also divided into three parts: cerebellum, pons maroli, and medulla oblongata. Here the cerebellum is the second largest part of the brain. First one is the cerebrum, second one is the cerebellum. Cerebellum divided into the cerebellar hemispheres. Here also cerebrum divided into cerebral hemispheres. Here the cerebellum divided into cerebellar hemispheres. Here the cerebellar hemispheres connected with the center. It is the one connected with this called vermis. Then here having the four lobes. Here having the three lobes. These are the anterior, posterior, floccular. Okay, cerebrum having the four lobes, cerebellum having the three lobes. Here another important part is there, that is the arbora vitae. These are the branching like a tree. Here the tree-like appearance are present in the cerebellum. That is nothing but branching like a tree. These are having the white matter of the cerebellar hemispheres is called arbora vitae. Then the pons maroli, another one is the pons maroli. Pons maroli is the below the midbrain. Here, then it is the bridge of the cerebellar hemispheres. Okay, it is the bridge of the cerebellar hemispheres. It is useful for the relaxation. relay station. These are essential for the pneumotaxic center. Very important is the pneumotaxic center. These are to regulation of the control of the respiratory muscles. Control of the rate of respiration done by the pons valve. Okay, so this is called the relay station. Then the medulla oblongata is the posterior part of the brain, posterior part of the hindbrain. Then it is continue with the spinal cord. Finally, these are continue with the spinal cord. Then these are the thin vascular folds is called posterior choroid plexus. Here we are observing the anterior choroid plexus are present in the forebrain. Posterior choroid plexus are present in the hindbrain. Okay, anterior and posterior. These are useful for the cardiovascular center. Here the heart muscles, heart functioning are done by the medulla oblongata. Okay, cardiovascular center. And respiratory center, respiration done by, here the control of the respiration, forceful respiration done by the pons respiratory center by the medulla oblongata. Then the another one is these are useful for swallowing and vomiting and coughing and sneezing, hiccuping. These are under control by the medulla oblongata. And finally the brain covered by the another important one is the four ventricles covered by the brain. That is the four ventricles. Four ventricles are divided into 1 and 2 is called paracy, 3 called diacy, 4th one is called myocy. Okay, 4th one is called myocy. These are two connected with different type of regions are there. That is these three are present in the ventricles of the brain.